Hello guys and welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video we are going to be doing something quite a bit different. Normally I'm a Star Wars guy, I'm a Marvel guy, and I'm a complete and utter big gigantic nerd. And I usually talk about stuff that I absolutely know everything about and criticize at every single detail of a thing and see how it matches up to the bigger picture of the series. Not this time, and the reason why is because I know nothing about Top Gun.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
And in today's video we are of course going to be reviewing none other than Top Gun Maverick. Now, like I said in the intro, again, I really don't know anything about the Top Gun series itself. For once in my life, probably, I'm actually on the opposite side of the shoe. I'm an average moviegoer this time, and not the one that absolutely knows every single detail about how Thor's hammer works, or a lightsaber works, or something like that. No, this time I actually just am a basic moviegoer, and I'm looking at this movie with the eyes of just that. A moviegoer. I saw a really good movie, and I just really want to review a good movie. That I just really liked the movie. That's all I can really say, and that's what this review is going to be about. So if you're expecting me to go into like the greatest detail of how this changes all of Top Gun and yeah, I really can't. I'm not a quote-unquote Top Gun fan. I don't really know anything of Top Gun. Simply put, the reason why I saw this movie was I was with my cousin, and shout out to my cousin Nick, because he's the one who took me to this movie as well. He actually took me to go see Doctor Strange 2. A trailer for Top Gun Maverick showed up, and I've heard of this movie before, but obviously me not really being in that genre of movies, I obviously never searched up for this movie in particular. So I saw the trailer while going to see Doctor Strange 2, and actually the trailer looks really cool. It looks really fun. It looked like a good movie. It looked like a good adventure, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to go see that. I thought, you know what, nah, I'll wait till it comes on streaming, because that's what I typically do. I only go to the movie theaters so many times for like big movies that I just absolutely have to see. I was expecting that, you know, this movie looks more like a movie my dad would be into. I figured he would ask me to watch it when he finds it on streaming, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, looks like a good movie. I'll sit down, I'll check it out. My cousin Nick actually decided that he wanted to go see it, and he asked me if I wanted to as well, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could use a day out. Let's go see Top Gun Maverick. Let's see how this movie is. And I was not expecting this. I was not expecting me to enjoy this movie as much as I did. Strictly speaking, this is the best movie of the year. Like, no joke. I loved it that much. I absolutely thought that this was a really great movie. And I mean, I like army movies, military movies, like Pearl Harbor and stuff like that. Yeah, they're good. I don't exactly go and search out those movies, but if someone's watching them, or if someone asks me to watch them, I'm like, I'll give it a shot. If I don't like it, I don't have to stay. I can walk away. But if I honestly could just say one good thing about this movie, it just feels like an old movie. It feels like a really good old movie. And like, that's really hard to do these days. I mean, how can I even say it? It just feels like a good old movie. Like, I don't know, it really does. And even though it's a modern movie, modern filming techniques and all that, it really just comes down to the story. The story feels very grounded the quote-unquote whole message of teamwork and teamwork building to accomplish something greater than yourself sort of thing. It feels like a very old, grounded movie that I feel like a lot of movies today lack. Like, honestly, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought that this movie came out probably in the early 2000s, if not before, because of that feeling that it gave me. And I really enjoy that type of feeling. Now, I know that the movie takes place during that time period and everything, but I'm really liking how they just captured that feeling in the movie. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's a feel-good movie. It honestly is. It's just a really good, action-packed, feel-good movie. And I'm a bit of a patriotic person, I'm not gonna lie. So you got the American patriotism in this movie as well, and of course I really just enjoyed that. What is the story? So we got Maverick, and again, I don't know anything about Top Gun. I don't know if this is the main character of Top Gun or if he's a side character. I don't know anything about it. So we got Maverick, and Maverick, he's a Navy pilot, and he's one of the best, the top of the best. And so, in the beginning of the movie, he flies a really cool airplane. I can't remember the exact name of it, I'm sorry. Again, I'm not really an airplane guy either. A really cool airplane, fast as he can, the fastest man alive. He goes 10 knots, which is just insane speed. It is possible with today's technology, but it is really insanely cool that they did that. Unfortunately, because he can't just help but go the extra mile, he ends up blowing up the plane, as well as blowing up his chances with the Navy, or so it seems. When he gets called in, he thinks he's getting fired, he thinks he's getting the boot, he thinks he's done. And yet, as much as the general would love to do that, he's called back to Top Gun. And so, there we go. That's what he has to do. So of course he goes to Top Gun Academy, and he thinks it's because they want him to fly this super crazy mission that has chances of surviving almost zero. Basically, he has to fly into a cannon, blow up a nuclear site, build a bunker underground, and fly up there while evading missiles and all that. It's that type of movie, obviously. But no, they don't want him flying it. Instead, they want him to teach it. So, I really like Maverick. You can kind of tell that Maverick is pretty much out of his element with this one. He's kind of the, if I can make this probably poor comparison, he's kind of like Poe from Star Wars. Let me explain why I compare him to Poe like Star Wars. Poe, on the other hand, you know, he's just a flyboy, he's a quick boy, he just thinks about flying, getting the mission done. He's not exactly the one to teach or to guide. He's out of his element. Of course, he has to fit into that element. So I feel like while Poe might not be the best comparison to, that's the only comparison I could make. And I really liked Maverick as a character. And of course, he's dealing with some of his own thing going on as well. I mean, a best friend of his co-pilot, back in the day, passed away because of his own mistakes, and because of that, he actually took his best friend's son. He took his papers and tossed them out, so his son could never fly, at least for 4 years. It drew him back for 4 years, and now he's face to face with him again. He's face to face with his best friend's son, and that memory that his mistake the entire time is right there in front of him, and he's got to get through that. At the same time, he's getting older, you know, doesn't really have a girlfriend. He finds his old girlfriend working at a bar at the Top Gun academy, and they kind of work together and start falling in love. I liked that too. I liked her daughter and all that, but I really like the main story when it comes to the pilots that he has to teach. Of course, there's a whole bunch of these crazy pilots, and they're the top of the top best. Don't need to learn anything more. They're the greatest pilots that Top Gun has ever seen. Who's gonna teach them? Maverick does. Now, while they are the best of the best, and everyone told them they're the best of the best, they still could at least learn a little bit. So the big thing that they have to do is work as a team, and Maverick has to do that. And I just really like the story that they came up with on how they built up the team. But they're on a deadline, and they got 2 weeks before they have to go and fly this thing. However, it seems like that it's just getting impossible. So, the heads up, the journals and all the ones above decide, you know what, can the idea and come up with a different strategy that they have to learn within like a week to hopefully save the day. Then you got Maverick. Maverick decides to prove that what he says is correct. What he says is the only way you could do it. You could only do this mission the Maverick way, and he takes a plane and he does the practice mission, and completely blows the time as well as their idea out of the water. So they decide to make Maverick the lead fighter pilot, and he builds up his team. Of course, his best friend's son is the one that he decides to fly with, realizing that he has to give him a chance, that now he seems ready. Now he's, while in the past and throughout this movie, he was kind of annoyed at the whole fact, really mad at Maverick, because Maverick messed with his papers before. He does realize that they have to work as a team together. And so they go in, they fly, and it's just a bunch of really cool action. While they accomplish the mission, Maverick sacrifices himself and unfortunately dies. Or at least that's what I thought they were gonna go with. Turns out, nope, he survived. And so the other pilot comes in and saves his butt, crashes his plane, and now they're both in enemy territory. What the heck are they going to do? They steal a plane and they fly to safety. Of course, a enemy jet comes around and Maverick has to try to save the day. But even at that last second, well, yep, it looks like they're dead. They have heroes, they have allies along the side, and they blast apart the enemy and come home safely. That's pretty much the story in a nutshell. And I loved it. I loved the whole story. I had so much fun with it. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It was a 10 out of 10. I just really liked the feel of the movie too. It just actually feels like an old classic good movie. A really good feel movie, and I just really loved that about it. And so, yeah, this is a rating I don't give very often. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 and definitely the best movie of the year. If you have not seen it, give it a try because it's actually really good. Even if you're not a Top Gun fan, because again, I know nothing about Top Gun. I know nothing about how this movie affects the franchise or anything like that. But with that said, if you are a Top Gun fan and you know how this affects the franchise, let me know down in the comments below what do you think. And should I watch the other Top Gun movies? I don't know, they sound kind of interesting, and after seeing this one, maybe I would like to know what the other adventures were of Top Gun. Let me know down in the comments below if I should go watch the other Top Gun movies and possibly review them. With that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I am out for now. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.